Okay, guys. So, hello everyone. So, we'll start the session. Before starting the session, let me introduce myself. This is Dinesh. So, I have around 19 years of work experience in IT. From last 5 years, I am working in Snowflake, guys. So, before going to the session, right? So, what we are going to do is, let me share my screen. Okay. So, today, so here we have all the participants. Some are from experienced background, some are belongs to freshers, some are belongs to non-IT background also. Today, in this particular demo session, we are going to see what exactly the Snowflake is. So in layman perspective, we will try to understand so what it means by the Snowflake, why the people are trying to use Snowflake, the cloud solution. So first we will understand this. The from tomorrow onwards, we are going to see the live sessions. We will see the practicals. Today we will understand what exactly the Snowflake. After that we will see how the Snowflake interface looks like. Now when it is coming to Snowflake, right? So Snowflake is going to, as per the Snowflake, they are going to tell that Snowflake is a cloud-based warehousing solution provided by software as a service platform. This is what Snowflake is going to tell to us. Here we need to understand what it means by the cloud-based solution, what it means by the data warehousing. The Snowflake is for, it's a data warehouse solution with cloud-based, and it is software as a service platform. So we have to understand these three terminologies. If you understand these three terminologies, then we can understand exactly what exactly the Snowflake is, why we have to use this. Before going to any tool, like any technology, we have to understand the ground level, what it is going to do, what we are going to work on, those things. Now here, first we need to understand data warehouse here. What exactly the data warehouse? When you talk about data warehouse, in terms of data, it's a collection of historical data, right? Collection of historical data. Why we need to maintain this collection of historical data? For analysis purpose, right? Why you need to do the analysis? To take decision. If you want to take any decision, we need to analyze the data. Based on the data analysis, so we can able to take a decision. If you want to analyze anything, we need historical data, then only we can able to analyze. For example, any organization performance, any employee performance, or any product performance. If you wanted to know, then we need to see the historical data, then only we will come to one conclusion, right? Let's say, for example, let's assume uh, you are purchasing something in Amazon. Okay, let's take simple example. You are going to purchase one particular mobile or phone, whatever it may be. Before purchasing, let's assume this product has released 1 year before. When it has been released 1 year before, what you are going to check? You will check from last 1 year how many persons has been purchased, right? How many persons has been purchased. Based on that, we are going to see ratings and reviews. Based on the ratings and reviews, you are going to like add to the cart, then you are going to order, right? Before you are placing the order, what you are going to check? You are checking the ratings and reviews. These ratings and reviews, what it mean by that? Based on the historical data from the last 1 year, how many persons has been purchased. Based on that, whether it is a 4-star rating or like the what will be the reviews, whether it is a 3-star rating. Based on that, you are going to come to the conclusion, so to whether to take purchase this particular product or not, right? This is a simple example. Same way, when you're talking about any organization, so they are going to decide, they are going to take a decisions based on their historical data. Based on the historical data, they are going to analyze. It is applicable for everywhere, like government organizations, and then private sectors like banking, healthcare, and then sales, right? Everywhere it is going to be applicable. If I wanted to take a decision, they want to analyze it. Before they are analyzing, they are going to check the historical data. Based on the historical data only, they are going to analyze. This historical data, we will call it as a, where we are going to keep this historical data, that we will call it as a data warehousing. Clear? Now I think everyone is clear about data warehousing. Now let's come to here, this data warehousing, right? In traditionally, when you are talking about traditional data warehouses, we are going to keep it in, for example, Oracle or Teradata or DB2 or SQL Server, whatever it may be. So you will have the different databases, right? So in those databases, we are going to keep all our traditional data warehouses separately for our business purpose. Okay. Now we need to understand the terminology called cloud. So why we are referring to Snowflake is a cloud warehousing solution, cloud data warehousing solution provided by software as a service platform. Here, the cloud data warehousing solution means when it is coming to the cloud warehouse solution, right? Let me take an example. For example, if you are storing your data or your pics in your laptop, in your hard disk, that is on premises. If you are storing your data or if you are storing your pics, if you are storing your documents in Google Cloud or Office 365, then that will that will be cloud storage, right? So physically, which it is not available in front of you physically, if you are not managing that, that we will call it as a cloud platform. When it is coming to this example, let's say I will give one example. What is the difference between on-premises and cloud? For example, let's take the car example. If you are purchasing a car on your own purpose, what you are going to take care of? You will take care of EMI, and then you have to take care of services, and then maintenance, and then insurance, and then parking, right? And if it is required, you need to take care of the driver salary, right? When you are purchasing your own car, whether you are going to use it or not, you need to take care of all these things. You are responsible for the EMI, you are responsible for the services, you are responsible for the maintenance, and then insurance every year, and then the parking location, and at the same time, if you have a driver salary, right? It doesn't matter whether you are going to use it or not. Once you have purchased, you need to take care of these things. And the problem is, in the down the line, if you wanted to upgrade or if you wanted to downgrade, it is little difficult, right? Let's assume down the line after 3 years, you need to increase your seating capacity. Now, when you purchase 5 seating capacity. Now going forward, you want 7 seating capacity. Then you have to sell your old one and then you need to purchase a new one, right? And at the same time, let's assume you are not using for 6 months or 1 year, even though you need to pay, you are responsible for paying for all these things, right? This is purchasing your own, which it is physically available with you. You are responsible for that. That we will call it as a on-premises or traditional system. Let's say, what is the other alternative for this? We have Uber or Ola services. Let's take it for just for the example, Uber or Ola services. Now, what you are going to do here, whenever you have a requirement, you are going to book the services. You are going to pay only for utilization. You are going to pay for only for what you are going to use, right? And do you own anything here? It means, are you responsible for the EMI? Are you responsible for the services, maintenance, fuel, parking, driver? You are not worrying about all these things. Only you are going to book the service right, with the application. And who is taking care of all these things? Who is providing the service to us? They are taking care of all these things. That we will call it as a software as a service platform. Who is providing the service to us? They are responsible for all these things, right? Just we are utilizing, we are paying for those utilization. For example, you have utilized for 2 hours, you will go for 2 hours, pay the payment for only 2 hours. Let's assume that. So let's assume you wanted to go alone to office, you will book a compact car. You wanted to go with family for a vacation, you will book a luxury car. It depends on your requirement, you are going to so utilize it. Based on that, you are going to pay, right? This is example for your cloud platform. Okay. Now, when it is coming to the cloud, right? When it is coming to the on-premises, we discussed that this is Oracle, Teradata, SQL Server, DB2, right? These are the different the databases. When it is coming to the cloud platform, right? So these are the examples of like Snowflake, and then AWS Redshift is there, Redshift, and then Azure Azure Synopsys is there, and then GCP BigQuery. GCP BigQuery. These are the different cloud providers for the data warehousing solution in a cloud platform. Not only the Snowflake, we have the other things also. But on top of all these things, Snowflake is the booming in the market. Okay, why it is? We will come to that. We will discuss about this one. Now, the main thing is of the thing there is one is related to the pricing, another one is performance, and then the futures which we are going to like Snowflake is going to give to us. Generally, when you are purchasing any software, any license, you need to purchase per yearly basis, like based on the license and based on number of users, right? For example, if you wanted to purchase any software, you are going to purchase on yearly basis. Per year, this much of amount you need to pay. And based on number of users, when you purchase a basic license, they will give, let's assume 2 users or 5 users. Suppose if they wanted to go for 10 users, then you need to pay additional. And every year, it has to be renewed. Yeah, it has to be renewal. Every year you need to do the renewal. So that is one thing what you need to take care. Now, here, when it is coming to the Snowflake, you no need to worry about all those things. Let's say here, everything will be taken care by Snowflake itself. F- From startup companies to the MNCs, everyone can able to utilize it because of the pricing. So here, if you observe, see this is the differences on premises and then like the Snowflake cloud. So here you no need to like worry about the maintenance, database setup, and then like server rooms. All these things you are not going to worry about it, and everything will be taken care by Snowflake itself. The installation, configuration, all these things also it will be taken care. Versioning, maintenance, disaster recovery. So everything will be taken care by Snowflake. Just we are it's a kind of plug and play. Just you are going to log in, and then you will activate your URL. Then you can able to work with the Snowflake. If you observe, see this is the just example of like a car which we have discussed. You can able to understand more clearly. The last one which you are discussing, right? Software as a service platform. So we have other terminologies also, like this is on premises, this is in infrastructure as a service, and then platform as a service. These are the different terminologies. But nowadays, so we are going to like more the users are looking for software as a service platform. Now, when it is coming to Snowflake, right, this architecture is completely different. When it is coming to the Snowflake architecture, basically, Snowflake is going to charge, for example, based on computation, how much time we are going to use, how many hours the query is going to run, how much time the query is running, or indirectly how much time you are utilizing the computation. Based on that, Snowflake is going to charge. For example, let's assume So for 1 hour of utilization of computation, it is going to charge around $3 approximately. And at the same time, when it is coming to the storage charges, it is going to charge per 1 terabyte of the storage per month. This is per month. It is going to charge around $23 approximately. See this one. This is very flexible, and then this is very minimal. Every startup organization to the MNC organizations, everyone can able to utilize the Snowflake. So that is the main advantage here. And at the same time, so we have a lot of the advanced features which it is implemented in Snowflake. Now let's say, for example, when it is coming to the architecture, right, when you are going to, okay, before that, if you wanted to install any other software, any other database, what you need to do, we need to download the software. We have to do the additional configurations, like we need to see the system configuration settings. If any framework is required, .NET framework, Java framework, we have to install it. Then we have to configure it. After that, we need to do the setup, right? So then it will be installed in your system. But your system has to be capable of that particular software. Has to be, if you wanted to install, that prerequisites has to be validated. Then only we can able to do that. But when it is coming to the Snowflake, you no need to worry about all those things. Just if you have a proper internet connectivity, and then if you have a system, then you can connect it to the Snowflake cloud environment directly. Now, for example, so we'll see it here. So what Snowflake is going to do is, Snowflake has configured their architecture. This is the Snowflake, the 3 layers architecture mainly. So we'll see that each and every layer, what it is going to do. These 3 layers architecture, Snowflake has configured on top of existing cloud platforms. Don't get confused here. We are not going to worry about these cloud platforms. Like for example, here AWS, you can able to configure on top of AWS, Azure or GCP. They are utilizing these public cloud platforms. On top of that, Snowflake has built the architecture. You are not going to worry about the payment for these things. We are going to pay only for the Snowflake. This is our the final payment. But Snowflake is responsible of paying the amount to these public cloud platforms. The infrastructure, architecture, so what they have given uniquely, they didn't release to any of the cloud platforms. Just they are utilizing their platforms and they are going on their own architecture basis. Here, if you wanted to like configure a Snowflake, so it's very simple. Let me show you. For example, if you come here, go to Google and type Snowflake trial account. When you type Snowflake trial, you will get this link. See this one. This is the link. Let me show you how we can configure. Just give the details here. Just give this. Just I'm giving my email ID here. So when it is coming to the registration, you can give any of the option here. It doesn't matter. Just give your first name, just give your last name, and then just your give email ID properly, and then just click on continue. That's
Sir,
it. In the second, yes, sorry for that. Now say this. Just we need to give the name, right? So when you are giving the name, so you can give any name here. It doesn't matter. And then job title also, just you can give anything. And here one thing, if you observe, see this. In this particular page, if you observe one thing, it is related to, you can able to see 30-day free trial account. And at the same time, you can able to see $400 worth utilization. Don't worry about these things, because when it is coming to the these things, right, this $400 utilization and then one month free trial account, you can extend this with the same email ID. Once your account is expired also, you can create a new account, you can able to practice. It means there is no barrier for the practice purpose. If you wanted to practice, you can create a new email ID and then again you can able to practice it. That doesn't matter. And one more thing in this particular page, right, if you observe here, you can able to see by default edition. You can able to see choose your Snowflake edition. Normally in any other softwares, we are going to call it as versions, right? Version 9, version 10, version 11, like that, right? But here, when it is coming to this, we are going to call in the form of editions. We will call this in form of editions. It means, see this one here, you can see standard edition, enterprise edition, business critical edition. These are the three editions which it is available for Snowflake. But we have other edition also. This is only for the our trial account. When you are working in projects, you are going to have one more edition, that is virtual private Snowflake, but very less we will use. But most popular one is almost 90% of the organizations, 90% of the projects, they will use enterprise edition because it will have all the features. It is available like time travel, multi-cluster warehouse environment. So those things we will see it in the coming sessions when we are working practically. All the features, it means all the features we can able to practice with the help of enterprise edition here. Even if you are trial account also, we can able to practice most of the features here. So just to select enterprise edition. And in this particular topic, right, you will get one certification question also. They will ask, what is the minimum edition you are going to utilize with multi-cluster environment in Snowflake? Minimum edition means we will think about standard edition, but they are asking minimum edition with multi-cluster or minimum edition with time travel. Means, see this one, time travel and multi-cluster is starting from enterprise edition. Minimum edition with, right, minimum edition is standard edition, that is correct, but minimum edition with and time travel means that is nothing but a enterprise edition. Okay, you have to choose enterprise edition. Now we are choosing the enterprise edition for our practice purpose. And one more thing here, if you observe, this is another question also here. Choose your cloud provider. Observe this one. You can build your Snowflake platform on top of these public cloud platforms only. You cannot use other cloud platforms. It means other private platforms it is not possible to use. Private platforms means, for example, Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud, any other organization cloud. It is not possible to use. We cannot use it. Snowflake will not support. This is another question. What all the public cloud platforms Snowflake will support? Only these three platforms: Azure, AWS, GCP. Anyone if you can choose. If you choose anyone, it doesn't matter. Your interface, your work environment, how the Snowflake behavior, everything will be the same. There is no difference. But only the thing is the pricing here, right? What we are going to discuss, what we have discussed about the computation charges, it will slightly vary. That's it. It will not vary much, it will slightly vary. So now when it is coming to this here, what you are going to do, we are going to select any one platform. If you choose any platform, any one, you can choose it. When you click on that, immediately here the region will be selected. See this one, which region is nearest to you, that region by default it will be selected. For example, I'm choosing Azure. See this one, South Central. It has selected South Central Texas. When I choose GCP, see this one, US Central, it is selected. Which is near to you, that region will be selected here. It doesn't matter. So which cloud platform you are going to select, it will select by default region which is nearest to you. You can able to see other regions also. See this one, all the other regions also it is there. You can choose other regions also. But what will happen is if you choose any other regions, the little latency will be there. It's latency means nothing but delay in response time, right? Little latency will be there, but always the best option is choose by default, let it be whatever the region it is going to select it for you. These are the two things we are going to select when you are creating your trial account, and then just click on the this agreement and then get started. Then you can skip all these things, this is not required. Now you can skip this. See this one. So it is going to send invitation email to, so this particular email id, let me check it here. Just a minute. We will receive the email id within 1 or 2 minutes, guys. Please wait until you receive the email. See this one, I received the email here. I received it. Now click on it. Now when I click on it, I got this link. This is the link. Let me copy this link. Every day we are going to use this link when you are trying to log into this particular account. Now this is the link, and I will choose username and then password. When I click on activate, observe this one. It is going to ask username. It is going to ask the password. Now let me give the username Snowflake 8 I have given, and then I am giving the password. When we are giving the password, it will ask you like above 14 like digits. Previously it will accept 8, now it is accepting 14. Now remember the password when you are giving the password. Now once you given the password, then click on get started. That's it. Your Snowflake configuration is done. Your Snowflake account is going to be configured properly. Now see this. This is your window. What you are going to see it here, right? You are going to work with this user interface, what you are seeing here. Now this by default you will get it in this dark mode. If you wanted to change it, see this, the left hand side, you can come here. You can see appearance. In this appearance, just click on light. By default it will be in a dark mode. You wanted to go for light, just click on a light. Okay, now when you log into our Snowflake, let me give the Snowflake username. Snowflake 8 is the username, and then I have given some password. Okay, now this is my username and then password when you are logging into our account. Now see this, when you come to this here, the left hand side you can able to see, right? All these are the different options here in the navigation panel, but we will see one by one. But today just observe this, what it is going to give it to us. Click on a data. When you click on data, you can able to see the databases here. See this, this is the Snowflake sample database. This database is given by our Snowflake for our practice purpose. See this, within the database you can able to see my schemas. These are all different schemas. Within the schema you can able to see the different tables here, right? You can able to see the tables. Now if you wanted to write anything here, if you wanted to write any query here, what we are going to do is we are going to work with worksheet. When you are writing any query, we have to work with worksheet. So if you wanted to work with worksheet, see this one, click create SQL worksheet. By default, your worksheet is going to be open with SQL worksheet. This is by default. The new feature they have given as a Python also, but don't worry about it. By default, what we are going to work here is the completely ANSI SQL only. If you know the SQL language, that is more than enough. So for our practice purpose here, if you see this, by default, Snowflake has created these roles. We didn't created anything. When you configured also, just I have given the email ID, password, and then I have selected the cloud platform. That's it. I didn't created all these roles. By default, Snowflake is created. I didn't created these databases. I didn't created any tables. Snowflake is created for us, right? So here, if you wanted to practice anything, let me connect it to that particular database. Let me show you some options here. Let me come to this tables. Now here, see this. If I click on Just if I move the cursor on the table, what you can observe? Number of rows. What is the size of the table, right? By default, I can able to see it here. Now, observe this. I'm going to run this. Select count star from. I'm going to use this particular table. It means this is the table name. This is the schema name. And then till this schema, this is the database name. This is the fully qualified name. Already, if your worksheet is connected to this like this, worksheet is connected now with this database, with this schema, if it is connected, no need to give the fully qualified name. Just you can use the table name. That's it. If your worksheet is not connected, if you wanted to work with any of the tables from any of the other schemas, then we have to specify the schema name and then database name also. Now, here we will understand about the architecture here. The Snowflake, what I have done, this architecture, whatever you are seeing, right? This architecture, they built on the cloud platform. Which cloud platform we selected when you configure our Snowflake account? We selected our AWS platform. See this one? You can able to see AWS platform we have selected. See this one? AWS platform we selected, right? It means whatever the thing we are going to do it, the storage and everything will be taken care by Snowflake. So, and it will be configured on top of AWS platform. Now, see this. When you run a query, what will happen is first it will come to the cloud services layer. The majorly these are the three layers. So in the going forward, we are going to discuss in depth about this. First, it will send the query to the cloud services layer. It will check authentication access control, whether the person who is trying to access this, the who is trying to access here, I created Snowflake 8 user and then I have given the password, right? I am trying to access this, whether I am a valid user or not, it will check. If I am a valid user, then what you are trying to fetch the information, first it will come to the metadata. It means the count information, minimum, maximum, these kind of information we will get it from this metadata. If it is available from here, it will pick and then it will give the information to us. If it is not available, if it is not related to metadata, then it will send the query to our computation layer. Computation layer means nothing but our virtual warehouses. At this moment, remember this, these virtual warehouses are like VDAs, remote desktops or VDAs. See this one here. This compute warehouse, you can able to see this, right? Whatever we are going to run in Snowflake, it is going to connect to the compute resources. It will be taken care by Snowflake and it will connect to our Snowflake with the help of cloud services layer. What you are running here, whatever we are going to execute it here, where you are executing, this is a URL. That URL is nothing but our cloud service, right? We are executing that in a URL. What it will do, it will connect to with the computation. This is the engine, computation engine. It will connect to storage layer, that is where it is, that is in the AWS. Then it is going to fetch the information first time. Now let's observe this. If it is not related to metadata, then only it will go to the storage layer. Now observe, I am executing this query. Just observe what will happen here. See this one, what it is telling, 60 rows. Now you can able to see the result, 60, total count is 60. And here when you come to this, once it is executed here, so what exactly is happening here? If you wanted to understand what exactly happened, you can able to see that in a query history. If you wanted to see that, let me execute one more time. See this, if you execute it, sorry, okay, see this one, you can able to see the query ID. Query ID is nothing but execution plan. In other databases, we used to tell that execution plan, right? That is nothing but our query ID. Query ID is nothing but our execution plan. When I click on this query ID, see this, you can able to see what exactly happened in the backend. Query result is reutilized. See this one, query result is reutilized, query result reuse, right? So, and first time when I executed, this is the second time, that's why it is showing. First time when I executed, see this one, this is the first time. See this, what it is going to tell in the query profile, metadata based result. See this one, what happened? It came to from the metadata based result, right? It means it is going to pick anything from the metadata, means that Snowflake is not going to charge anything for it. And let me execute. Instead of this, I will use, for example, select star. So this one I am trying to pick all the data from the table. Only the metadata it will pick from the metadata layer. Now we are trying to fetch complete information from the table. When I am fetching the complete information from the table, observe what will happen. See this, it executed. How much time it is executed? 370 milliseconds, right? 370 milliseconds it has executed. Now, if I click on the query ID, you can able to see what happened in the backend. See this, it result, table scan, and then we got the result. And if you see it here, see this, percentage scanned from the cache is 0. Observe this one. It is nothing but what happened here is first time it executed select star from it, means it will come to the computation resources. Again here it is a cache layer. It will check it in a cache. The result what you are trying to pick, if it is not available in the cache layer, then it will go and then fetch it from the storage layer. The same thing happened here. That's why it is showing result from the cache is 0. From where it picked from the storage layer. Now again one more time, if I run the same query one more time, see this same query I'm trying to run one more time. So just we'll understand the behavior of Snowflake, how it is going to work. See this one more time we have executed. How much time it has taken? Now see this query duration. It's not properly showing 501. This is wrong. Just a minute. I will go to the query ID here. Then I will get it properly. See this what happened now? Percentage scanned from the cache. 100% it is scanned from the cache itself. And if I go to the query details, 501 milliseconds. 501 milliseconds. Right? Now let me pick this. The second time 501. First time it is not 370. Let me show you. First time how much time it has taken. Query details 370 milliseconds. It should not be. Generally what will happen is, let me run one more time from the same table. Yeah, now observe this one, 113 milliseconds, right? 113 milliseconds it has taken second time. Okay, so here what happened here is, because when you are running the first time, it is going to fetch from the database storage layer. Then it will store that values in the cache layer. Second time when you run the same query, instead of hitting the cache, instead of hitting the storage layer, it will pick it from directly from the cache layer. That's why you can able to see 115 113 milliseconds, you can able to see that. And at the same time you can able to see that this information is picked from the cache layer. You can result cache is used. See this one, result cache has been reutilized, right? We can able to see this information. Now everything, see this, we no need to run a query here. In generally, in other databases, what you are going to do, if you wanted to select any specific columns, you are going to give select, then you will specify the column names. But here, observe this one, you can choose whatever the columns you required and apply. And at the same time, if you wanted to filter, I wanted to see all the large here, then just a type large and then just enter. Then you will get wherever large is there, all this information you can able to see. Or you wanted to get only this number how many times we have. Let me give the details. See this, you are going to get these details. So no need to filter, no need to, most of the time, most of the thing the Snowflake has given all the features, so which it is very simplified. And then so we have the most of the shortcuts it has been given. When you are creating a table, when you are creating a database also, we have shortcuts, no need to write everything. For example, if you go here, see this one, create database. For example, I will create a database. When I do this, what will happen is it will create a database from the backend. It will write a query in the backend. The same way, if I wanted to create a table, see this, create table, it will write a query in the backend. I no need to do it. For example, if I wanted to drop this database, see this one, drop, then just drop the database. See, most of the like things, whatever, so we are going to perform here. So they have given a shortcuts here. And at the same time, so we have so many advanced feature the Snowflake has given. So when you are writing the anything, any query here, so we are going to write the queries. Along with that, we are going to use the different shortcuts here. So for example, if you wanted to see, this is account usage schema, any database, any table, if you pick. So if you click on this, see this one, you can see the data preview, you can see the table details, all these things is available. What we are going to do is, so coming session, we are going to see how practically we can create a database and how to load the data to the table. Based on that, we will start slowly. So first 3 to 4 sessions, we will go very slow, and then we will see so how this user interface looks like, how to, we have to be familiar with the complete user interface. And then what you are seeing here, most of the time, we are going to work with this particular worksheets. What you are going to see it here, this particular worksheet, this is the our window
Yeah,
where we are going to work with. The left hand side is the navigation panel. Left hand
Abdullah.
side is the navigation panel. And coming to this, what we are going to do is on daily basis, every day, it will be a practical session. And every day, what we are going to discuss, the complete details, it will be uploaded into the drive. These are the complete topics what we are going to discuss. Around 37 topics is there. Each and everything, after the completion of the session, it will be uploaded in the drive. And these things is for your assignments, guys. Once the today's session is completed, I will upload the related topic in the assignments drive. You have to practice with the same thing. And every day we are going to discuss about the particular topic, and at the same time we will discuss about interview questions, certification questions related to that particular topic. And at the same time, this recorded session also, it will be uploaded into the drive. And my request is first, like 3 to 4 sessions you have to practice on daily basis. And uh, let me give the all the details what we are going to cover here, and then what is the prerequisites here. Then I will come to the questions also. What we are going to do is here, we are going to cover Snowflake development, Snowflake admin, and then Snowflake architecture things. These are the three things we are going to cover in this particular session. And for these prerequisites will be, you should know SQL. You have to, you should have a knowledge on SQL. If you have a SQL knowledge, that is more than enough, guys. So to learn Snowflake. And one more thing is, if you somebody, so for example, if you ask about the futures, these are the different futures going forward. We will see that different. These are the different the approaches when you compare to other environments. I mean other platforms. Other competitors in Snowflake. See this? These are the additional features what Snowflake is providing to us. Majorly, Snowflake, one thing we can say that one is related to the performance, another one is related to pricing. Apart from this, Snowflake is going to give the best feature related to multi-warehouse concurrency. That is nothing but distribution of the data parallelly. When you are executing a query, it is going to execute very fast, and then the distribution will happen here. That multi-warehouse concurrency again is the same data that it is not available in any of the other platforms. And at the same time, other features is available. So these features, if you are using, so like other like platforms related to the JSON files implementation, it is very fast in Snowflake. Scale up and scale down automatically, like we can able to configure it. That is possible in Snowflake. And at the same time, these are the some of the features which it is available in other platforms also. But so when it is coming to the Snowflake, the main thing is one is performance, another one is you're related to pricing. So these are the best the things in Snowflake. That's the reason. So most of the like organizations, most of the projects they are trying to implement the Snowflake in their thing. And so for example, these are the other things. Okay, now if you talk about, okay, here, okay, you don't worry about any other things like Python knowledge and then any other like coding knowledge. It is not required, guys. You should know SQL knowledge. That is mandatory. And okay, the positions which we can able to apply is Snowflake data engineer, or we will call it as a Snowflake developer. And then you can try for a Snowflake admin also. And then if you have the good like exposure, and then if you have good experience in data warehousing background, you can try for the Snowflake, the senior positions like data architect also. Okay, these are the things. So what we are going to cover in this particular session. Now, and during the session itself, we are covering, as I discussed, we will cover the interview questions as well as certification question also. The end of the sessions, I will provide some sample dumps for the certification. If anyone is interested, so you can so plan for the certification also, but it is not mandatory. If you have the certification, then it will be a added advantage for you guys. Now, let me come to the questions here. I will go one by one here. I will answer all your questions, guys. Snowflake account login, first name, last name, column, single letter. That's fine. That is not a problem, Akilanjali. Yeah, you can give any name. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, you can give anything, whatever you want. Okay, but the email ID what you are giving, it has to be properly. Snowflake account creation, just you can go to the Google, just type create account. Then you have to fill up the details. That's it. You have to give that link. I will sign up link. I will give it in the chat window. This is the sign up link. You can use this link. It's very simple. Otherwise, this recorded session will be uploaded in the drive. You can see the drive link for the recorded session. You can able to create it. DBT at this moment, no. No, I'm not covering DBT here. But if you require the DBT, the recorded sessions is available, which has taken by the previous batches. But due to the time constraint, so we are not covering DBT here. How frequently Snowflake use DBT use with the DBT? It depends. See, the Snowflake combination, Ankit, we can use it with any of the ETL tools, not only for the DBT. You can use Snowflake with any of the Matillion or any of the ETL tools like IACS or Fivetran. We have so many options is there. So, but the combination, yes, we can say that DBT with Snowflake combination also, it will be available. Any other ETL tools also it will support. See this, let me show you. If you observe Snowflake account, here we will have, so partner connects will be there. Let me go to that. Partner connects. See this one. These are the different the tools, and then these are the different things. So which Snowflake will support. It will support Informatica. It will support Matillion. It will support this one, the Heo data platform. ClickView. These are the some of the reporting tools, some of the ETL tools. SnapLogic it will support. Right. These are the different things based on your organization decision, so they can choose any one of the platform. It's not like that every time they have to use, everyone will have to use only one thing. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's like it depends on the organization decision, they will choose it. Certification price, it will be $170, Rakesh. Actually $170, that is for one time only. It will be like 2.5 hours, and then pass marks will be like 70%. It will be objective only. For experienced person, you can be a senior data engineer role, or so if you have like more than like 10 years of experience, then you can try for the architect also. DBT is ELT tool, Rasekar. It is not a orchestration tool. Uh, DBT is a ELT tool.
Yeah, hi,
Orchestration
sir.
tool, we
For
can use any one thing. So that
scheduling like
doesn't.
control M, I'm asking.
Yes,
Yes.
control M we can use, airflow we can use, or we can use even autosys we can use. It will support everything. Yeah.
Can we cover at least basics of any orchestration?
Orchestration, if configuration is done, then I can able to show you. We will see that. Just a minute. I can see. Certification. Yes, SK, you can reach out the organizer. They will uh, give you the details. More than Ramesh, 16 plus years of experience. Okay, Ramesh, you can try for that. So what I just wanted to understand your current, like what you are doing exactly. Based on that, we can discuss it, Ramesh. If you want
I'm
to discuss with
a,
me,
I'm working as an architect in the database platforms.
then that's fine. You can plan for architect only. If any one of you have any like other questions, if you want to discuss with me, like so one to one, so please reach out the organizer. They will connect with me, guys. We can discuss it. I can let me answer other questions also here.
Hi, this is Ram from the Dallas, Texas. I have a simple question, okay? Are
Yes,
we
Ram,
going to
tell me.
cover, yeah, are we going to cover any basic SQL who does not know anything in this
Who is as
session?
a SQL, right? You are talking about?
Right, right.
No, in this session, so we are going to see the practical things related to the Snowflake. But when it
Mm,
is coming to the SQL, if you need any like a guidance for the SQL, so we have a recorded session for that SQL, like a 3 to 4
mm,
sessions is available. So you can go
mm.
through that before.
Okay, and you are the faculty for throughout the session,
Yes,
complete end
yes,
to
yeah,
end? Okay,
yeah.
and the same time?
Yeah, same time. It will be every day, same time, guys. It will be IST timings, 8 a.m. IST to 9 a.m. IST, and weekdays. Weekends, there is no session.
Monday to
Monday
Friday,
to
isn't it?
Friday. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Monday to
reason why
Friday.
I'm asking, I'm in Central Zone, so
Oh,
I
okay.
need to sync your time. So that's what.
Mm, got it. Mm.
So my feedback is your demo is really good. I like the way you explained. So I have a 25 years of experience in the data.
Okay,
I'm a DR certified DR specialist. I'm an architect
nice.
too. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm a solution architect in Azure.
great.
So I was decided to learn this. So with my personal interest, I've been working with Snowflake directly,
Oh, okay,
but
good.
they teach very advanced. I heard about it. There's a three data warehouse, transactional,
Mm-hmm.
many other three features are there. I don't know what is that. So if time comes together, we're going to discuss about that.
Sure, sure. Yeah, that's fine. We'll discuss about it here.
So one more question.
Replication is possible. Yes, go ahead, Ramesh.
So how can we compare this with Databricks in the market?
Databricks, it's a completely the coding. You need to write everything related to the coding only. But
Okay.
Databricks, if you wanted to go with, so you need to have the PySpark knowledge.
Okay.
That is mandatory. But here, it's a complete SQL. Almost it is the functional. I mean, what exactly in the doing in the backend, it is same. But so
Mhm.
how you are approaching, that is different. That's it.
Actually, I just moved back from US to India due to
Oh,
some
okay.
personal reasons.
Hmm.
My point is, what is the current market in US? I never heard of it. I know about the Snowflake, but I don't know much about it. How it is going on when you compare with Databricks?
Both are good in the market, Ramesh. I can say that Snowflake
Okay.
and Databricks both are good in the market. Yeah, both
Okay.
are competitors now.
Okay.
Hi, this is
But
Bhavya.
Databricks is a little tough to. That's what you're saying.
Yes, a little tough. Yeah,
Okay.
SQL.
Hi, this is Bhadra.
Yeah, Badra, tell me.
Yeah, actually, we are. I'm having experience in testing side, actually manual testing from last 10 years.
Uh-huh.
Can I shift? I wanted to shift in data side, like because now it's good in actually. I can able to step into
Mm.
the Snowflake. Like, what are the challenges like in?
Yeah, only the thing is, Badra, if you have the knowledge on database side, are you like familiar with the writing the queries and all? Can you able to understand the queries like joins, select queries, and all those things?
Okay.
Okay,
Actually,
so if
what is the
yes,
level actually
then
in
yeah.
SQL side? Like, it should be
Mm.
in beginner or advanced. We have to get the.
It's not like the completely advanced. You have to be like uh, you should above like basics. So then you can able to.
Okay. If you have like SQL and Snowflake, right? Like in
Hmm. Hmm.
if any projects in some critical projects also we can handle.
Yes, that's not a problem, Madra. You can able to handle. If you have the knowledge on SQL, that is more than enough. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of the queries. Yes, Riyaj,
Dinesh,
SQL, like most of the queries, we are going to write it here, the complete SQL only, Riyaj. So you should know the backend, what we are going to write it here. So what you are going to do is some of the like situations we are going to use some of the like user interface option. But what we are going to do is in the backend, if you choose any one of the option here, even though it is going to write a backend SQL query, it is going to write it. So we should know like how this query is working, how the things is going to work here. That's why we required the SQL knowledge. Yeah, someone is asking questions.
Dinesh Hitakan this side. So,
Yeah,
are you going to teach both Snowflake with DBT or only Snowflake
no,
for
only
this project?
Snowflake here for this.
Okay,
Only Snowflake. Yeah, due to time constraint, we are not covering other thing. Only the Snowflake.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you replicate? Just a minute. You can see.
One question.
Yes, Vikram.
After the completion of course, how much experience we can add in our resume?
It depends on your previous experience, Vikram. It depends. So don't go beyond 3 to 4 years experience. That is, 3 years is more than enough.
Okay.
If
So
you
like
have any previous experience, you can keep that previous experience, and then Snowflake we can plan for up to 3 years. Yeah.
okay, minimum 3 years we can add.
Yes, yes. Can you replicate data in Snowflake same as Golden in Oracle? Yeah, Mahesh, could you please elaborate what it mean by the replication you are talking about? Replication is there here in Snowflake also, but it will be taken care by Snowflake itself directly. We no need to worry about it. But what exactly you are talking about this replication? Can you elaborate it?
Yeah, same as like Oracle. If you want to implement in
Mm-hmm.
Golden Gate, so we have in
Okay.
Oracle, right? We have Golden Gate in Oracle. So
Okay,
if you
what is
want
that
to repeat
concept?
it from database
Golden
to
Gate means?
so data flow from one database to other database.
Okay, got it, got it. Yes, we can able to do that, Mahesh. Here also we can able to do, but only the thing is, it has to be in a file formats. You cannot connect it to like directly to any of the on-premises system. You can
Okay.
able to connect it to the cloud platforms. If
Okay.
you on-premises system, there is a different way. So you have to convert in the form of files format. Then we have to load it.
Okay. So
I
what
will
about
I will show
security?
you
Do we have
directly.
any
Yeah.
constraints?
Securities, it will take care like we have like AES 256 encryption, it will follow, and then other security features also it is going to take care.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have like RLS, CLS, all those security features also it is available, so we can able to handle it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, guys, we are not covering airflow. Basically, it is not in the list. If I will try to like configure that, if it is possible, then we can able to discuss about that. Now is the course duration. Yeah, course duration, it will be around approximately 45 like days, guys, or it will be like around nearly it will take around in and around like 35 sessions, 35 hours, I mean to say. And the due fees, like you can discuss with the organizer, please. Well, I'm not supposed to discuss the fees here. Will there any rules shared with this?
If you are working with the JSON
Yes,
file, does it
yes.
require any Java knowledge?
Not required. JSON, it is going to be stored as a variant data type. We can able to work with that. Not required of Java knowledge. Yes, notes also it is going to share and get the whatever the thing we are going to cover, and every day on daily basis, I'm going to share those files, right? That covers the notes also. Inbuilt, yes, views also we are going to cover. The information schema views also is there, and then we have other views also is there. See, in Snowflake, right? I'm going to make sure I will cover most of the topics in Snowflake. I will not miss any of the important things in Snowflake. I will make sure that I will cover so all the topics in Snowflake. Don't worry about the topics and then the Snowflake, the things subject wise. Course duration. This training both Snowflake and DBT. Only for the Snowflake guys here. I'm from ETL testing, 10 years of experience, which is better for us. See, Arun, it depends on your perspective. So if you are like if you are planning to come related to the data engineer side, if you wanted to switch your career to data engineer side, then there is a good, better option. Course syllabus, you can ask the organizer; they will provide it to you, Srinivas.
Dinesh, this is Ankit.
Yes, Ankit, tell me.
What is the scope of admins in Snowflake? Like, what are the what is their responsibilities?
Like, let's say you need to configure your platform. That is a major thing, and along with that, so you are responsible for creation of role-based access control, and then you're responsible for taking care of securities, whitelisting IP addresses, and then at the same time, so creating building integration objects. Okay, grant giving the grant permissions. So these are the activities will be taken care by admin.
Okay, so these are mostly provisioning, right? I mean,
Yes,
like
exactly.
in the traditional databases, we do fragmentation and all those stuff, right? So
That we
those
no
are,
need to worry about it.
okay, that
So
will
when
be
it is
taken care
coming
by
to
Snowflake.
disaster recovery, versioning, maintenance, everything will be taken care by Snowflake only. You are not going to worry about those things. Yeah, code migration, we have a get DDL option, Kalyani. With the help of that, we can able to do the code migration. And then recently they have introduced GitHub environment also. Whatever the thing we are going to do, by default, it will be configured to the GitHub. It will be stored as a versioning in the GitHub. That is a new feature the Snowflake has introduced. Otherwise, normal process of get DDL option is there. With the help of that, code migration will be done. I will show you those things practically. Any resources to learn about the Snowflake on YouTube or other platform? I suggest. See, whatever the thing we are going to cover, and then we are going to provide the sessions, right? That is more than enough. And then along with that, I will give you the material also for the resources. Those things concentrate on those things. Once you understand the basic concepts of each and every topic, then you can go for the other resources. Then you can able to understand other things. Is it called Snowflake? Yes, Snowflake. So see, some they will call it as a Snowflake developer. Some will call it as a Snowflake data engineer. Okay, so all are same. Don't worry about that. See, what will happen is Pankaj here. If they wanted to like more features, the full-fledged features in DBT, they will go for DBT Cloud. They wanted to go for open source. They don't require any kind of scheduling. They don't require versioning capabilities. They don't require any additional packages and all those things. Then they will go for the DBT core only. The core is nothing but the basic features what they are going to provide. But if they wanted to utilize the complete features, then they have to go for a DBT cloud. Yes, Abdul, what was your question? You are new to the data field. Okay. Do you need to know scripting Python only? Only the SQL is enough, Kalyani. Don't worry about the Python. Any questions here? Any other questions? The every day the session will be at the same time, guys. Last 15 minutes we will have a window for our discussions. Okay, for all the questions, what you are going to practice, and then what is there in that particular topic. So you can we will discuss all those things. What are the skills? Hmm. The skills is completely what we are going to cover here, right, Sharad? That is more than enough. We are going to cover from basic to advanced, including integration level. We are going to cover each and everything. Okay, if you practice these things, that is more than enough for you. Whatever thing we are going to do it here, right? It is not like only theoretical part. We are going to see the one example. We will take the each and every use case. Based on that, I will show you the end-to-end flow. So how the things is going to work in the project. The same thing we are going to do it here, but only the thing is the table names naming convention may change. Remaining everything will be the same. Any questions from anyone? Can see. When compared to the other cloud platforms, right, the challenges means you can say that because this is a columnar storage. So when it is coming to the key concept, the transactional purpose, Snowflake is not meant for the transactional purpose. Snowflake is only for the OLAP systems. So we can consider this as a OLAP system, not for the transactional purpose system. That is one of the challenge for Snowflake. Remaining, because it's a columnar storage data, micro partitions based. Remaining all are advanced features only, and some of the like when you writing the procedure, right, some of the features. So maybe you are familiar with if you are familiar with the traditional database systems, some of the the features, so we have to write it in a different way. So that is the one of the thing. So but uh, so once you are familiar with it, that's not a big deal. Any other question? Pankaj, apart from Snowflake, right, you should have the basics about the data warehousing knowledge and then SQL knowledge. See, the data warehousing topics as well as the SQL knowledge. So you can reach out the organizer. They will provide some videos to you guys. You can go through that once. If anyone is not having any knowledge on SQL warehousing, you can reach out the organizer. They will provide the details to you guys. Yeah, during the working time during the session, so we are going to cover those of the some of the topics we are going to cover, like change data capture, slowly changing dimension, incremental data loading. These are the things we are going to cover it. Any other questions from anyone? Okay, guys. If you don't have any questions, we will wind up for today. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you all for your time.